So in today's video, we're going to be doing a SEO tool review with Seller Spy. If you are new, returning, welcome here to Sell Primary. We talk teacher side hustles. I get asked pretty regularly what SEO tools are the best. This is a very hard question, and it is because I don't think there is one. I think there's some very good ones out there. I use each tool that I have differently, right? Like there's this one is good at this, and this one's good at that. And so I think I have, I want to say 4 that I use. 2 I'm on very regularly. The other 2 I'm on sometimes, if that makes sense. I'm part of a Facebook group, and the moderator of that Facebook group was asked, what SEO tools do you use? And they said, I use 5. And I went, perfect. I'm not the only one. So with Seller Spy, this is one that I use a lot when I'm trying to do research on either a new product or whether I'm trying to tweak an old product. You saw Seller Spy in my process when I'm looking at creating a new product a couple weeks back. I have an affiliate link, which I will have down below if you want to check them out. Colleen is also a TPT seller, so I'm sure she is fully utilizing her tool. And given all the things with SEO and everything, I think not only Seller Spy, but a lot of the other tools have been kind of up in their game because AI can do so many things now. In fact, I actually asked ChatGPT if it would help me create a TPT SEO AI tool, and they said, sure. Now, I don't think I would, but it's going to sit there in the back of my mind thinking maybe one day. I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that one because I'm sure that's going to be a bit of time. But that's what I'm saying is a lot of SEO tools know what's available, and so these, the creators of them are up on the game, and that's good for us as sellers. So let me turn the camera that way and we will look at Seller Spy. Okay, we are in Seller Spy. This is my dashboard. Whoops. I like how she's got get started here, things to do, quick tips being offered. So let's start at the keyword generator. Without putting anything in here, there are already things popping up, and I'm just wondering if this is what's kind of trending right now. Oh, I haven't looked at this, so I'm just taking a glance. I need my glasses, hang on. So what we're going to do is we're just going to enter something that is popular right now at this time of the year, which is Father's Day. We just had Mother's Day. Father's Day is a couple weeks away, so we're going to put Father's Day in here. Generate. I like this. You can see the trend. Okay, so it's Father's Day craft. This was last year, so it was height was June. No kidding. And it's on the incline right now. So if you are interested in making Father's Day crafts, now would be a good time. However, that being said, if you look, the popularity is good. This is approximately how many people are looking at it, but the competition is now getting over 5,000. If you are a newer seller, you really want to go for the lowest number possible. Okay, if you are a seasoned seller, 5,000 is possible. It really depends on your following. If you've got a good following that you're automatically going to get eyes on that resource, then 5,400 is not bad. Okay, but we're going to look for double greens, which is on here down below. Father's Day questionnaire, that's interesting. So look at this. It's not as high as Father's Day craft, but it's interesting that they're the same number. Anyways, that would be one to definitely consider doing a resource, even if it's a very small resource. And you can look a little bit further. So let's just look at this one a little bit more. It doesn't seem to be climbing the way it was last year. And I have a theory. And my theory would be AI, because I think You could probably generate an AI questionnaire for Father's Day pretty easily. But let's just look into the insights. So this little eyeball here, you just click on it. Okay, and this is one of the tools that I do like, because I like to see how things are trending, right? Because products go in these ebbs and flows. That's why it's good to have a variety of evergreen, which are resources that could be used any time of the year. And then you got your seasonal. Now, Father's Day, seasonal. If you look, it's not very popular at the moment. Again, we're still in May at the time of filming, so it might not be one to do. Now, down here, this is where the information changes a little bit. Let's go to something else where I've got a little bit more numbers to play with here. Let's try something else. By the way, if you have the premium account, which is what I have, if you go to the keyword trends here on the left and go up, you can put in any month of the last year, and they will tell you what's trending. This is crazy. Hello, I have a cat. I don't know if you can see it. Hello. But we've got a lot of end of year activities. The competition is huge. I mean, look at that. It's almost 100,000. Crazy, crazy, crazy. End of year, Mother's Day is over, summer, still too high. I'm looking for those double greens, especially if I'm a new seller. Here's something right here, Mother's Day questionnaire. Mother's Day is sort of past. I don't know how accurate that number would be at the moment, but that would be something I might consider for next year. But here we go, Father's Day craft. This is the numbers right here. Principal Appreciation Day, right? Some school-related activities. Asian Pacific Heritage is under 5,000. We're going as low as we can find. Like, can we find something around Cinco de Mayo, which is already passed? Glow Day. I don't know when Glow Day is. What's Glow Day? I think Glow Day is just neon and stuff like that, I guess. But this is a great one. Now, I just noticed, hold on, how well do you know your teacher? Under 1,000. If you're a new seller, your eyes are mainly from TPT Search Chester, you goofball. As opposed to a seasoned seller who might have, say, 10,000 followers. They got 10,000 sorry about the tail. They have 10,000 automatic eyes on their products when they get uploaded. Okay, let me quickly cut in here as I'm editing. What I didn't say, and this was something important for me personally, but this upgrade of the keyword trends tool is huge. It's huge because if you remember when I talked about I'll put a thumbnail over one of these places. In my process, I start with the TPT seller blog. I look at all the 100 or whatever many search terms. And then I come here and I write, if you remember, I write down some of them, and then I go in here and I look at them one by one. I don't have to do that anymore because this is now telling me these are all May's search terms, and I can look at them, see which ones align with my pillars, and then I'm looking for the double green. Now, one of the things I forgot to mention is, again, this idea of how big your audience is. If you have a big audience, you might be thinking, okay, well then what's a good number for me? That's where the next tool that I'm going to show you in a moment, the volatility of the first page is important. And again, new tool, it's great. These green lights will show up when things are, the first green light, the popularity will show green when it's over 100. And the second green light will show when it's under 5,000. So like I said, as a new seller, double greens is I think Mike from SEO Bernor talks about it as a unicorn. Actually, let's do the summer bucket list I saw. Where'd that go? Summer bucket list. Let's do this one. So I'm just going to highlight that one. So let's take summer bucket list and put it into keyword insights. So this is some new stuff. First of all, they're saying there's about 3,000 listings. Again, under 5. Nice. Average price, less than $4. Average rating. And it says basically you don't even need a rating to rank, that's interesting. You might not rank, you definitely won't rank on the first page. However, that's a possibility. Now these are the two new things, the fresh products and the page one volatility. Fresh products are, again, how many have been created within the last few months? Nothing. That's crazy. It's crazy. But the other one, this is the one I'm very interested in, and that is called page one volatility. Page one volatility, you want the higher the number, the better. And what that means is if that number is low, that means there's not a lot of movement of the resources that exist currently on page one. So at 12%, there's a little bit of movement, but probably not a lot. So they're saying weren't on page 190 days ago, 12%. So 12%, I think about 25 products are on a page. We're talking 1 to 2 resources. That's not a lot of movement. And then you go down here and they tell you who's on the first page. Okay, no surprise, I recognize some of those names. Let's go to the Moffat Girls. They're a pretty big seller. See this little store here? That's a Venn diagram. So we're going to click on the Venn diagram. And it says me versus the Moffat Girls. That would be a terrible comparison. Gesture. Sorry, here comes the tail again. I can't compete. Anyways, this page one volatility is something that is definitely I'm interested in. I don't know what a number would have to be in order for me to go, yes, let's make that. I think at 12%, and looking at the big sellers that are on the first page, I probably wouldn't get on the first page. But here's what I like down below. The popular keywords used in the title, right? So I can look at some of these other words and see how competitive they are. And then also similar keywords. And again, I'm looking for some low numbers. I really like this tool. The keyword trends is another tool that I really like. I just noticed that they got May of 2026 on here already. So May is not even over and it's already on here. So let's just see what is trending right now. I love that they got the numbers. But if you notice on this column, a lot of reds. Those numbers are big. Let's find a low one. One of the things that Colleen also does is a store. You have to have the premium account, but you can do a store audit right here on here. And I'll quickly show you mine. It's terrible right now. I still got so many products that are not SEO optimized. Yes, even me. Yeah. I got 66 of so half of my products aren't ranking. So now these are always one of the questions that I think about, and I just uploaded this. What should you be, when you're thinking about what should you be working on? Should you be working on new resources? Should you be working on old resources? Colleen's store audit, and when the search analytics, that will be the other one. I'll just show you what the picture looks like. It's these little buttons here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using the search analytics, but this is a relatively newer tool, and I will show it to you maybe in the near future. But one of the things that I really like I'm looking forward to being able to see is what are the leaky buckets, what's the hidden gems, and what's your fixer-uppers. I think by even looking at the store audit, we can figure that out. But it would be nice to, right? So this one I've known for over a year or two, and I've got 56 titles under 55 characters. I'm not utilizing my titles. You have 80 characters. I've got 25 or more characters that I can easily add some keywords and rank for some other things. This takes time, but it will tell you exactly which ones it is. And that's great. I don't have to figure it out. And even here, I've got 66 products with 0 rankings on pages 1 to 5. So they're ranking, but they're not necessarily on the first 5 pages. Many of them I'm fully aware of. But it's a matter of, is this going to maybe get me 1 or 2 sales, or will this get me a lot of sales, right? Down below here. And then I like this one here. This is one of the things that I was talking about in your summer strategy. Bundles. I got 43 products not in bundles. So I need to start looking at what are those 43 and how can I bundle them? You can even do a bundle with 2 resources. You just never know what people will buy. I was in a Facebook group years ago where I had this person keep saying, you're not going to believe this. I made a bundle with this and this, and they're not even related, and I'm getting sales, right? You just don't know. I currently have a 2-month, this is my 2-month plan, and my strategy plan that I'm working on. And then I've already started creating the July, August plan. I'm only going on holidays for a couple weeks this summer, and I'm pretty much home for the rest of it, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, so that's all I wanted to say with this. Again, I'll have affiliate link down below if you want to try out Seller Spy. I really like, I just like the layout of this, and it's super easy to navigate. Next week's video is going to be on Mr. Joel's SEO TPT generator, which is cool. It's got a Chrome extension that you can put right onto your store app. I've been playing with it for probably about 4 months, and there's some things on that one I really like too. So we're going to be looking at that one. And also there is a TPT town hall meeting coming up June the 4th, I want to say, something like that. And I will be doing a review of that one. Okay. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or playlist. See ya.